Hi everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. Well, we are spoiled here in the Northwest with plenty of perfect getaway spots. You can just drive minutes from your home to soak in a luxurious staycation. And if you're looking to take your getaway to the next level, then you should head to Kenmore and visit the Lodge at St. Edward Park. Tucked away in a beautiful forest sits a hidden gem in Kenmore, the Lodge at St. Edward Park.
Just minutes away from Seattle, but you're in an enchanted forest. So we're surrounded by 326 acres here in the state park, and then we're an oasis right in the middle of that state park.
The Lodge is a restored seminary from the 1930s. The outside grounds are breathtaking, but it's the guest experience inside these walls that really have people talking.
Really the synergy here, the culture that we've tried to build since we opened.
Corey Rogers and Luke Colpin play a huge role in the success of the Lodge at St. Edward Park. Corey is the general manager and Luke is the executive chef.
Really the culture that we shot for, and Luke has really helped further that, progress it, is one that embraces everybody who walks through those doors, whether it's a delicious meal in Cedar and Elm, our fine dining restaurant, or an overnight stay in one of those former dorm rooms. That's really what we're looking for, is embracing those around us.
Well, I think as a chef, I think you have a lot more of a responsibility than just the food. I mean, that's obviously a big component to it, but chefs like, to have fun at the end of the day. Why not bring that fun into the dining room with our guests? Make our day a lot more enjoyable throughout it.
The Lodge at St. Edward Park also has major accolades. They were awarded the coveted Michelin Key in 2024.
So when we got the Michelin Key, which really recognizes the entire property, inclusive of the overnight stay, the spa, the restaurant, the fine arts, then we realized that we had at least achieved some recognition that was unbeknownst to us, secret shopped by someone who was evaluating everything. And then we received this amazing reward because of the hard work and diligence of all of our team that really provides that experience from start to finish.
And no doubt, Chef Luke's culinary talent and creativity is key. Born in Seattle, his resume is beyond impressive, including working at the famed Michelin-starred restaurant Noma in Copenhagen and appearing on Bravo's Top Chef.
I spent almost a decade in Copenhagen, so I have a very kind of Nordic kind of understanding of, or simplicity into some of the food, but also, coming back. So I guess you can almost say new Nordic, new American, if you're gonna put labels and things on it. But at the end of the day, we just try to have fun. Well, then it's a good thing I'm not trying to use a spoon for cutting this, right? And I like the way that the energy is in the kitchen and spreading that energy around everywhere, from the valet to the front desk to the bars, and then we just feed off of that each other, and it just becomes a much more better atmosphere and a place to work, and then of course the guests will feel that as well.
Today, Chef Luke whipped me up a delicious dish that includes locally sourced oysters with one of the best sauces I've ever had.
In general, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fill the bottom of our bowl with this puree made from tarragon, and then a little bit of oil that we make from parsley. The oysters are going to go onto the plate with some rye bread and some pickled Asian pear, and then garnish it with a bunch of herbs.
All right, Luke, do I have to eat this? It's almost like artwork.
Well, I mean, if you want something tasty, yes, please do. And when you do eat this, make sure to kind of drag in from the middle all the way out to get all the purees and the two different sauces.
Kind of like this?
Exactly. Whoa, look at that. Whoa.
Ooh. That's artwork in my mouth.
That's pretty good.
Speaking of artwork, the Lodge at St. Edward Park also has its own in-house gallery.
This is over 200 feet long, and then there's a lower gallery, which is another 150 feet long as well. And then in every public space, there is also additional artwork by these local artists that's available. And part of that is to encourage the guests, if they're coming for dinner, they want to come early, stroll the gallery, spend some time in the building, and get comfortable. The key anchoring component is promoting local artists, supporting local artists, doing what we can to get them the most exposure, and just being a part of the art community and helping develop the art community.
One of those local artists is Sabah Aldaher. He's behind this beautiful sculpture called Lady of the Lake.
I have pieces in galleries, I have pieces in a large collection, different, private, and but to have a piece where so many people come here to enjoy, the hospitality here, and to have it to be part of their experience. So the whole gallery, the art collection here, it's beyond the experience of just visiting a gallery. To blend all of it together with the food, with the intimacy of, like it's feeding your stomach, your soul, your mind, And to be part of that, it's beyond the creating art.
Amazing art, fantastic food, and just pure elegance. The Lodge at St. Edward Park is a special and unique Northwest getaway that everyone should experience.
It's rare to find an institution that really values everyone, whether you're a team member or a guest, on equal footing and really committed to that craft of providing something wonderful and delightful every day.
To learn more about the Lodge at St. Edward Park, head to thelodgestedward.com.